course, in extending social distancing guidelines until the end of April. It comes after doctors on his pandemic task force warned that with the current precautions, even with the current precautions, the death toll in the United States could reach 200,000. Joining us now was one of those doctors, Dr. Anthony Fauci. He is the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Dr. Fauci, thank you for getting up early for us. Thank you for all of your doing. Let me just ask you right away, why have the guidelines been extended till the end of April? Why was that decision made?
Well, John, when you look at the kinetics of the outbreak, the patterns that are going on now, even as we speak, they were not going to reach a peak and turn around the way we wanted to within the time frame that was originally estimated. So I thought it was prudent and I think the right decision to extend them another 30 days. Because what you really want to do is you want to start seeing some flattening out and turning around of the curve and it coming down. It wasn't doing that. If you look at New York, it was doing this. If you look at New Orleans, it was doing this. Detroit is certainly going to start doing that. It would not have been a good idea to pull back at a time when you really needed to be pressing your foot on the pedal as opposed to on the brakes.
You keep talking about the peak. Can you explain to the American people what exactly that peak looks like and how it will tax the system?
Well, there are a number of factors that are going on at the same time. One is the number of new cases per day. The other is the number of deaths that you have. So if you have like 100 cases today, 200 cases tomorrow, 400 cases the next day, 600 cases the next day, you are clearly going in the wrong direction. You don't want to interfere except to try and suppress that. If you reach the point where the number of new cases start to equilibrate, so that yesterday you have 150, today you have 150, tomorrow you have 125, they're starting to level off, which is the kind of the beginning of the turning around of the curve of it coming down. Deaths tend to linger a little bit more after the hospitalizations, but when you see the new hospitalizations start to do this, you know you're going in the right direction. And we weren't doing that. And we felt that if we prematurely pulled back, we would only form an acceleration or a rebound of something, which would have put you behind where you were before. And that's the reason why we argued strongly with the president that he not withdraw those guidelines after 15 days, but that he extend them. And he did listen.
You are